In a few moments, my colleague Mirko Skoda will present all our product and service news. But beforehand, let me address two additional topics. First, Daimler Buses' current business performance, and second, let's broaden the scope to 2030. As a society, we want to achieve a significant reduction of greenhouse gas emissions by then, and the bus industry is committed to be part of this change. So I'd like to paint a best-case scenario for the European bus industry's CO2 reduction by 2030. And I want to highlight what manufacturers, infrastructure providers, and politicians must do to make it a reality. And this might not be the most typical topic for a product fair, but I think it is just the right place to have such discussions. So let's get started. Regarding the business at Daimler Buses, news is good. Markets in Europe and Latin America are still recovering, but we grew our sales accordingly by 36% in the first half of 2023. And we're particularly pleased with the recovery in the European coach market, which is stronger than expected. And it's also great to see the performance of our colleagues in Latin America, and thankfully you guys are joining us today here as well. In sum, Daimler Buses made the most of this year's market upswing. We maintained our #1 position in our global markets, and we even expanded our market share in the EU 30. And we are also confident that markets will keep growing in the long term. And there are several reasons for it. The coach segment is still recovering to pre-COVID levels. It's not there yet, but it's coming. People want to reduce their individual carbon footprints, and taking a bus is an effective way to do so. And finally, buses are in high demand as an affordable and inclusive means of transport. Everyone can take it, regardless of their age, of their wallet. We at Daimler Buses are dedicated to being part of this promising future, which is often called the decade of the bus, and that has quite a nice ring to it. Well, that takes me right to the bigger picture. How can our industry contribute to our society's most important goal for this decade? What level of CO2 emission reduction can the European bus industry achieve by 2030? Now, we are convinced that in the best case scenario, we could roughly halve our CO2 emissions by 2030. City buses would contribute 100% reduction to the mix, and coaches 20%. But what steps must be taken by all stakeholders to truly make it happen? So let's start with the city buses. Here, two major prerequisites should not be the problem by 2030 anymore: the products and the total cost of ownership. Electric city buses have been available since 2018, with Daimler Buses leading the way. Today, operators can pick from a broad range of zero-emission products, and we can cover virtually all of their use cases. And the news is that by 2030, the total cost of ownership of a zero-emission city bus will presumably match those of a diesel bus, and maybe even outperform them depending on the energy cost. What factors will be driving this change? And of course, we will keep optimizing the purchasing cost, but the most important lever will be the operating cost. And we expect them to decrease as we can improve the energy efficiency of our vehicles, and because we expect diesel prices to rise as planned by the EU government. What's holding our customers back are one-time costs to start e-mobility. These costs can be a significant hurdle for many communities. They must invest in infrastructure, in rebuilding, in software, and more, which can easily reach an average of up to €100,000 per bus. As a result, many customers currently prefer bridging technologies like hybrids or natural gas. Their purchase is less expensive, but these buses are also much less environmentally friendly than a zero-emission bus. Now, this problem could be tackled if policymakers take action. Both national governments and the EU Commission can turn zero-emission buses into the most attractive product for operators by guaranteeing e-mobility fundings for operators and by making sure that these fundings take all one-time expenses into account, not only for electric buses, but also for the charging infrastructure, for the building activities, for the software and such. Doing so, all stakeholders would contribute to reduce the CO2 emissions in the city bus segment by 100%. This is an exciting perspective, and I'm confident that all stakeholders will join forces to get there. Now, let's look at the European coach segment. At Daimler Buses, we believe that our industry could achieve a 20% reduction in CO2 emissions from new coaches by 2030. Now, why do we commit to 20% rather than the 45% target proposed by the EU Commission? Simply put, not all prerequisites are in place yet. In terms of products, we plan to offer first zero-emission interurban buses from the second half of this decade and zero-emission coaches by the end of the decade. The product portfolio is not an issue. Of course, our customers can only operate them if the next prerequisite is in place, and that is infrastructure. And based on the current regulations for European charging infrastructure, the battery charging points and H2 stations will simply not match the demand of 45% emission-free coaches by 2030. And our third prerequisite, cost parity, is not in place either. Currently, decision makers have not committed to any incentives, neither for one-time transformation costs nor the cost of buying and operating zero-emission coaches. Thus, based on the current plans, we are confident to reduce CO2 emissions in the coach segment by around 20% by 2030. And that's ambitious, but we think we can do it, and it's realistic. To achieve more, we need policymakers to do more in terms of infrastructure and cost parity. Don't get me wrong. We, as manufacturers, will do our part as well. We are fully committed to providing zero-emission buses, but we need the freedom to spend the budgets on emission-free technologies, neither on Euro 7 nor on penalties for unrealistic targets. So let's start talking doable solutions. And what better place for it than here, the bus world in Brussels. All stakeholders we need for a zero-emission journey are here, right at the heart of the European policy making. And I'm very confident that we will find solutions, because we share the same goal: fighting climate change and maintaining buses as a sustainable, safe and affordable means of transport for everyone, regardless of their age and wallet. So summing it up, our industry is fully committed to significantly reduce its CO2 emissions in Europe. And we have the technology and the product roadmaps to get there. And our best case scenario is nearly 50% by 2030. This would contribute significantly to fight climate change. But to achieve this, we need the support of policymakers. We ask them to implement the planned mandate for zero-emission city buses by 2030, to provide funding for the transition costs for both city buses and coaches, and to agree on a realistic 20% reduction target for coaches by 2030. Again, we don't want to discuss whether we can reduce emissions, but how we can achieve the most by collaborating across the industries and the governments. Ladies and gentlemen, let's now turn from 2030 to the here and to the now, and to Mirko Skoda, who will take over now and talk you through our most important product and services news. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Till. Good morning, everyone. I'm glad to see you all and welcome to our booth. It's been 4 years since the last Busworld, and I think we are all happy that things are getting back to normal. Our industry is recovering, people are traveling again, and confidence grows. And most importantly, we are progressing. Just some of many examples. Back in 2019, our e-Citaro was still pretty new. Now we are in its 5th year and have sold over 1,000 units, and with a wide range from solo to articulated to offer. And also our brand new e-Citaro fuel cell right behind you. We also introduced in the meantime facelifts of our Setra 500 series. And one of our core principles at Daimler Trucks and Buses is that we start with listening. This is why we develop our products, services and technologies according to our customers' needs, be it safety, efficiency or e-mobility. Let's start with one of the core elements of our brands, safety. Take the new General Safety Regulation, which will be in effect beginning July 24. It introduces numerous requirements for newly registered buses, like blind spot assistance, traffic sign recognition, and more. Our customers can trust that all Mercedes-Benz and Setra buses will meet these requirements. We will also introduce a range of new and advanced systems that go beyond these standards. Let's have a quick look at the most important ones, starting with our new emergency brake assistant, Active Brake Assist 6. Thanks to its new generation of radar sensors, it can not only detect all moving and standing pedestrians or cyclists in front of the bus, but also independently perform a full emergency braking. 2 more systems have been updated and will make traffic even safer for pedestrians and cyclists. The Preventive Brake Assist 2, by initiating partial braking to warn of an impeding collision, and Side Guard Assist 2, by supporting the driver on both sides in critical turning situations. A brand new system is our Front Guard Assist. It detects and warns of obstacles or person in front of the vehicle at speeds up to 15 kilometers. Perfect combination of safety and efficiency is the Mirror Cam, which is now available for all Mercedes-Benz and Setra models. Compared to conventional exterior mirrors, these cameras offer several advantages. They help the driver to see more and better as they expand both the field of vision and improve visibility in the dark through residual light amplification. And the Mirror Cam barely sticks out beyond the vehicle edges, which means easier maneuvering and fewer damages. Good for our customers, bad for our parts turnover, if I may say so. My next topic is efficiency. Again, we focus on our customers' needs by providing buses that are highly fuel efficient, low in maintenance, reliable and versatile in use. 2 great examples in this regard are the new generation of our Mercedes-Benz Inturo and the Mercedes-Benz Turismo. Our Inturo needs less fuel thanks to its outstanding aerodynamics. Its hybrid version offers even more saving potential. In addition, the driver can lower the body at high speeds to reduce fuel consumption even further. The same feature is available in our Turismo as well. Versatility, high-end quality, and resource efficiency are of course most evident in our signature coach brand Setra. Consider our all-new Setra Multiclass LE. By the way, this is the last time you will see it with a diesel engine. The choice of doors and ramps is huge, and the Multiclass LE knows almost no limits when it comes to the variations of the passenger compartment. Due to its low entry design, the new Setra Multiclass LE stands out in urban and interurban applications. Thanks to predictive powertrain control, all models are highly fuel efficient. Have a look at our flagship model, the S518LE in the outdoor area. A quite impressive sight thanks to the 3 axles and a total length of 14.5 meters. Now let's briefly talk about the beauties in this booth. The Setra Comfort Class High-Decker, the Top Class Super High-Decker and the Setra Double-Decker Coach. All models now come with the newest safety features. They provide enhanced fuel efficiency thanks to best-in-class aerodynamics, and if I may add, they are also a great work of art. Let's look beyond the vehicles. We are proud to also significantly improve the availability and profitability of our customers' fleets based on our services. Our OmniPlus brand offers a variety of classic and digital services, including a high-performance parts e-commerce platform for our customers and service points, with full transparency regarding parts availability and prices. As of today, more than 70% of our spare parts turnover goes through this channel. We have flexible service contracts in place where monthly service rates are based on the vehicle mileage. So ladies and gentlemen, we now really bring pay-per-use to the streets with these new contracts. We have a performance analysis tool that offers driving recommendations for more economical and safe driving. For our electric buses, there's a new remote charge control feature in place. It allows you to remotely charge, heat up or cool down the bus just in time before daily operations begin. And of course, our customers benefit from the densest service network in the bus industry with more than 600 service points here in Europe. Summing it up, we are convinced that our new range of vehicles and services can add real value for our customers and make their business even more successful. Finally, let's talk about the transformation to e-mobility. Supporting our customers is particularly crucial in this context. We understand that range and infrastructure are still the biggest concerns of our customers. This is why we are addressing these issues comprehensively. We can offer more range with our latest generation of the high-performance batteries NMC3, thanks to the improved cell chemistry and optimized battery packaging. Depending on conditions and model, we are talking about more than 300 kilometers of range. And you know, since the GPTS in Barcelona, that is not the end. For even longer distances, the eCitaro now also comes with a fuel cell as a range extender. We introduced this model as Articulate Bus earlier this year in Barcelona. At the Bus World, we are proud to present its solo variant. You will find it right behind you here in our booth. By the way, the first units will be delivered to customers this month. Let me quickly share the main features with you. The fuel cell is not the main energy source on board. It's all about extending the range. Without recharging, our customers can easily cover around 400 kilometers in urban traffic. And here's a nice side effect. The heat generated by the fuel cell can do double duty. It not only keeps the passenger cabin cozy, it also helps in maintaining the batteries at just the right temperature. In addition to our enhanced high-performance batteries, the range extender, we have boosted the energy efficiency of our eCitaro through a performance package. This package includes weight reduction measures, an eco mode for door control, a precondition function without an active charging process, and many, many more. In Latin America, we introduced our electric city bus chassis last year. It will be crucial to transform public transport in Latin America cities. You can see the wonderful chassis right next to you, behind you, and right. Another challenge for our customers is the infrastructure for e-mobility. Buses are at the heart of the electrification of city bus fleets, but they can only unleash their full potential when they are embedded in an overall concept. For an efficient depot, the interaction of electric buses, charging infrastructure, and charging management is absolutely crucial. To offer holistic e-system solutions, we established a dedicated company, Daimler Buses Solutions. Our colleagues are specialized in building e-mobility infrastructure for depots, including construction, charging management, and charging management systems. Of course, we also offer financing solutions for these infrastructure projects through Daimler Truck Financial Services. We are glad we can offer this tailor-made solution to our customers. We have done quite a few of these projects already, and we are actually experiencing a strong demand all over Europe. A few words regarding the long-distance segment. Like Till Oberwörder outlined, we stick to our roadmap for electric coaches and interurban buses. And we will make our first electric interurban model available by 2025, and electric coaches latest by 2030. We will give you a full update on our future portfolio and strategy during the Daimler Buses e-mobility days in the second half of 2024. So please stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, these were the key highlights I wanted to share with you. We warmly invite you to explore all our exhibits, both in and outdoors. Thank you very much for having me, and now back to you, Till.
Well, thank you, Mirko, and really a heartfelt thanks to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, for being our audience today. Let me wrap it up again. Let me wrap it up and express my unwavering confidence in the future of the bus industry. Buses already are an integral part of our daily lives. They bring our children to school. They got us to work and on holidays. They bring our favorite soccer teams to the tournaments and much more. And they do it all safely, reliably, and sustainably. In the future, they can play an even more essential role. In cities, they can be part of a multimodal transport system that takes people around seamlessly, without noise and emissions. In rural areas, they can make sure that no one is left behind, excluded from social life. And in long-distance travel, coaches can be the first-class ride for everyone. That's the vision we are working towards. And we're putting all our energy into making our buses even safer, more efficient, and emission-free. Ladies and gentlemen, the decade of the bus is coming, and there is no doubt about it. We're looking forward to being part of it, and we invite all stakeholders to join us in making most of it. Thank you very much, and have a great day here in Brussels at the Bus World. Take care.